Hi everyone. I just kind of wanted to jump on and do a little like reflection of the day. It went so much better than I could have anticipated. Honestly, I really didn't know how I was going to feel coming on here, but number one, I am so proud of myself for actually doing this. Like, don't get me wrong, I love cruising. I've already like gotten my placeholder for the next one. I didn't book another cruise, but I at least have the placeholder. So I'm obviously still deeply rooted in the Disney cruise. But the only time I actually cried was during the show, which not surprised at all because honestly, that was my mom's number one favorite thing on the Disney cruise were the shows. They're absolutely incredible, like high-end Broadway style shows. It's insane. And so I got there late, so I didn't get to sit where we always sit. And the new spot I sat was just fine. But it really did get me just because, you know, I would be laughing with her. I would be pointing out who, you know, the magic carpet is because there's always somebody like twirling around and you can usually pick up who plays what parts in the different shows. And we always did that all the time. And so besides that, it's been really fun telling people about my mom. Obviously I try to be mindful of like how I bring it up. Like I'm not just being like, oh, my mom died. Like, you know, she passed in February and I'm, you know, honoring her or having like a memorial cruise or something for her. I don't remember. I say so many different versions, but everyone just listens and they get it and they feel bad, but they also keep reminding me to enjoy it and just do what she would want me to do. And it's just like, I know people are good people and I know people are paid to be good people, but in all honesty, like Disney's always been my family's thing. If you know me personally or even know me even just a sliver, you know that. And so I'm not gonna lie, the Disney magic 100% real. It's wild. I'm so mad I keep saying it, but it really is. It is crazy to me that I can walk onto this boat and feel like I'm at home. Like I literally feel like I'm at home right now, just sitting, relaxing. But I'm on the ocean and I'm bringing her to the ocean in 2 days. And it's just going to be such a beautiful thing. And I can't wait to do it. And I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings and the day after. So the fact that I feel like this makes me so happy and so proud. And that's about it. So I will see you tomorrow. Okay, don't mind the setup. I'm charging my phone right now. Today was hard. Well, tonight was hard, not really today. The day was fine. I stayed busy. I did a mixology class. I've never done one of those before. Took a fat nap after. And then I got to go to Palo, which is their fancy restaurant here, one of them. And my mom loved that restaurant. And I had the best waitress. Her name was Jen. And she was so sweet. And I know that Disney obviously pays their workers to be kind, but like, oh gosh, she was so nice. And the dinner was beautiful. And it like, I had the most beautiful oh my gosh, it was crazy. The most beautiful sunset I think I've ever seen while on the ship. It's crazy. So, yeah, it was beautiful. And then because it's a 3-night cruise, Pirate Night was tonight also, which is super cool. It's one of my favorite things in the world because they shoot off fireworks. Everyone's dressed up. It's so fun. And we were on the ship last year and we did a back-to-back. So I have a video of my mom dancing and singing to one of the songs on there. And so I watched it while I was standing looking for the fireworks and listening to the song and all this. And then they obviously started playing the song because the whole thing is, you know, the same across the board. And so I did like a little like before and after. And obviously the after, she's not there and it's during the same song. And hit my heart really hard with that one. And I knew what I was doing, and I knew it was a choice to do it, but I'm so thankful. Oh, crap. I'm just so thankful that I took that video of her, because that's like who she was. So it feels good to cry, and it feels good to feel things. But gosh, whew, did that hit hard. But like Jen and I were talking about at Palo, it's so good to make new memories, and it's okay to feel sad and all of that, but you don't want to be stuck. You know, you don't want to be stuck forever. And so to be able to move on and be able to go with the grief and just make it a little less scary and a little less awful, you just got to rip the Band-Aid off and do the things, even if you end up like this. And I'm about to go to karaoke and go to bed, and I'm going to bring her to the ocean tomorrow. So this one's for my mom and anyone else who is going through it. I love you, and I appreciate you, and I miss you. See you tomorrow. Hi, everyone. Today was the day I got to bring my mom to the ocean, and it went so well. And I don't know if it's because I had all of those big emotions yesterday. Thank goodness I didn't do it yesterday. So I don't know if it's because I had the big emotions that today I didn't cry. Like, I didn't cry at all while I was doing it. I almost cried while I was reading my book just because it was hitting some, like, very relevant things. But when I went to spread her ashes, it just felt calm and peaceful, and it just felt right. And I knew that, like, again, you can think whatever you want. This is how I'm handling things and thinking about things. But I definitely think I was guided to do this because it's the right place, the right time. Literally, the weekend was perfect. Met amazing people, sat with great people at dinner, met really cool people over at Palo and like my little drink class things that I took. And, you know, I met up with a couple characters here and there, and Donald was my mom's ultimate favorite character. Goofy was a close second. And I fully comprehend that the characters are not real, and there are humans, and they're probably my age. But I showed them a picture of my mom, and I was like, you know, she loved you probably more than Daisy. And, you know, we just talk and take our picture and everything. And I go in for my Disney hug, and they just squeezed me. Like, you know, just a nice, good hug. And, oh, that was the moment where I almost cried, just because, one, you know, touch deprived. I love a good hug. You needed it. But I think the other part is just that Disney has always been our thing. When she adopted my brother, she went to Disney. When she got me, she went to Disney. Then when we did the cruises, we went all over the place. And a part of the reason why I wanted to take her to the ocean was simply because I promised her years ago, before she even got sick, that I would treat her to a cruise someday. Like, I wanted to get this big girl job and be able to take her on a trip and have her not worry about anything. And so definitely not the circumstances that I was hoping for, but I literally cannot explain to you. Like, in this morning, and I think that's why I knew today was going to be such a good day, is I woke up right before the sun went up, like actually kind of like an hour before the sun went up, and I got a beautiful time lapse of quite literally the most beautiful sunrise I've ever seen in my life. And we have gone on plenty of cruises, literally in Northern Europe, Alaska, Western Mediterranean. Like, we've done a lot of places, and I've seen a lot of sunrises. But this one, I can't even, like, I did cry this morning, so I can't lie and say I didn't cry at all today, because I definitely did cry this morning, like, because it was so beautiful. But when I spread her ashes, I didn't cry. I was at Serenity Bay. I was at peace. She was at peace. And it's just, it was such a beautiful moment. And I am just so eternally grateful that, one, I got to do this. Like, that's massive. But two, the whole weekend went so well. And I'm just so excited because hopefully next year I'll get to go again, save some time and money. And I'm just so proud of myself. Like, I did it. I went on a cruise by myself. I traveled alone, met really cool people. I got to sit with a bunch of really nice people and just experienced one of the best things my mom ever gave me, aside from, like, you know, the basic necessities. Oh, and, you know, saving my life from being an orphan back then, is that cruising was our thing. And I was scared, and I was so nervous that it wasn't going to go well, and I wasn't going to like doing it anymore. But honestly, I got into the port terminal and literally booked my placeholder then because I just felt at home, because that's what we did. That was our time when my mom wasn't stressed and where she got to just relax and read a book and be in the sun. And that's exactly what I did today. After I did the ashes, I just sat and read my book and sat in the sun. And I miss her like crazy, but I'm so glad I did this. And think whatever you want. I do think that I was guided to do this from whomever. Maybe it was her, God, I don't know. But it was perfect timing, perfect weather. Everything just went so well. And I'm just so thankful for this trip. I'll never forget it.